In downtown peaceful city, a band of deadly gunmen descended on a peaceful suburban community, then struck quickly. Police learned that the gang's leader had been living underground for more than 10 years. The new terrorist task force hoped they could find this most wanted fugitive before he kills again. A beautiful city in the Northeast in the year 2020 has become a refuge for most people. Many left their urban homes in pursuit of safer, more affordable neighborhoods for their families. They enjoyed more open space and lower crime rates. This beautiful city was typical and drew many people to its new malls. At 3 p.m. September 2020, a Brinks armored truck made its regularly scheduled pickup from a bank. One guard remained in the truck, while other watched the doors. The third returned with cash and receipts. With no warning, a gang of masked men burst out with a red Wrangler. One guard was hit in the throat, and the other hit on the head. One of the gunmen rushed to the truck and drove away with over $1 million. Police station was 5 miles away from the scene when they received the call. Officers from other nearby towns were also called since Adazi was too small to support its own police force. September 2020, when this armed robbery case occurred. It was an extremely shocking event for the entire area of the Adazi community. This was something that they have never expected to see. Police and the paramedics arrived first. They placed one guard on life support, hoping he would survive before reaching the hospital. Mr. Steve Okafor will never get that chance. The gunshot destroyed major arteries in his right shoulder and neck, and he died before help arrived. The witness said that the gunmen wore masks, and he believed one of them was a Rastaman. He said that they sped off with a red Wrangler. From the bank, police learned that $1.5 million was missing. A moments later, a local resident close to the mall reported seeing masked gunmen in a car park, transferring bags and weapons into a transit van. The witness reported to the police that the vehicle drove toward Adazi South. Detective Michael, Steve and 5 others, dispatched to the Adazi Highway.
We proceeded onto Adazi Highway, to see if we would see the getaway vehicle. We went that area figuring that would be the getaway road.
When the officers arrived at the intersection of Adazi Highway, they noticed a fast-driving van driving at a high speed on the highway. Detective Steve ordered his colleague to block the vehicle. Sergeant Michael approached the driver. The suspects were described as being males, but at the intersection we observed the driver and the passenger as a couple. The woman was afraid of gun held in front of them. The 2 officers were not convinced why the both were looking so suspicious, so they tried to inspect around the vehicle. The the two officers approached the vehicle, a sound of a gun started coming out from nowhere. The suspect were coming out of the back of the vehicle with a heavy weapon, shooting. Detective Michael was hitting on his leg, and he ran for cover. Officer Steve was shot in the neck and shoulder and he fell to the ground. A few moments later, a female driver with a fancy Cadillac arrived at the scene, and the suspects ran to the car. One suspect never made it to her gateway to the Cadillac. Inspector Michael grabs the woman to prevent her from escaping. We were at disadvantage. In addition to the ammunition it was being used, AK-47 was capable of going through the vest. I was being fired at even after I took cover. I had shot on my legs. As the suspect made their gateway, I went to my colleagues to help.